I know why you're worn out. It isn't laziness. It isn't indifference. You're exhausted because you keep dragging yesterday's version of yourself through today. The words you wish you could swallow back. The reactions you had before you learned how to pause. The decisions you made while you were bleeding inside and didn't know how to say, "I'm not okay." You replay it like a sentence being handed down. You tell yourself this ache is the bill that has to be paid. Listen carefully. I am not angry with you. I do not draw my children close just to hold their failures against them. I do not awaken conviction only to drown you in it. If I were finished with you, you would not feel this pull. You would not care. You would not ache to change. The hunger in you to be different is not rejection, it's life. I see the shame you try to bury. I see how you assume people freeze you at your worst moment. Some of them do, and that wound is real, but I do not measure you by your lowest point. I saw what cut you before you ever cut anyone else. I watched you learn survival before you ever learned healing. That does not erase responsibility, but it explains why I never left. You keep asking why growth still hurts, why peace hasn't swept in like you imagine, why doing better still feels heavy. Hear this gently. Healing rarely feels peaceful at first, it feels exposed. When you stop numbing, sensation returns. When you stop running, you see what's been bleeding all along. That isn't regression, it's courage. You finally stayed long enough to face it. You are not cursed. You are not being toyed with. You are learning to live without the old defenses that once kept you safe, but also kept you distant. Some things did not survive your past. Grieve that honestly. Some people are not ready to trust you again. That pain is sharp. But consequences are not condemnation. Correction is not rejection. I am not standing over you demanding suffering as payment. Forgiveness was never a wage you had to earn. I remain while you learn new steps. I steady you while your legs shake. You think restoration means everything returning to how it was. Sometimes restoration means I refuse to let it. Sometimes doors close because what's growing in you needs protection. Sometimes distance is mercy. Sometimes I remove what would quietly pull you back into patterns you beg to escape. Sometimes I slow you down because speed would undo the work. Yes, some pain lingers longer than you want, not because I delight in it, but because deep wounds do not vanish with a single breath. You worry you went too far, that I tolerate you now, but no longer take joy in you. That voice is not mine. That is shame speaking, and shame does not get authority over my children. If I had abandoned you, you would not still be fighting to grow. You would not care this much about walking upright. You would not still be here. You think the mess disqualifies you. I see the mess as the place where honesty finally began. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not overlooked. You are in the middle. The middle is uncomfortable. It is quiet. It is slow. It feels like walking without a map. But I am not observing from a distance. I am not waiting for you to collapse. I am walking with you step by step, even when your feelings insist you are alone. I know you want everything repaired at once. I know you want visible proof that this ache has purpose. Some proof arrives later. For now, anchor yourself in this. I am not angry. I have not withdrawn. I am not finished shaping you. Stay. Do not quit simply because it stings. Do not retreat to habits you already outgrew. Do not close the book because this chapter feels heavy. I am still working, even here, especially here. And when your prayers feel empty, when language fails you, when all you have is a sigh, I hear the heart beneath it.